cognition mean? Cognition means to think, and we typically associate cognition with language, okay? But it's much more than language. There's lots of stuff before language, because otherwise a baby would be born speaking, which they don't. It takes them best part of 2 years after birth to learn to speak. So speech is a product of cognition. So cognition is the ability to think. Cognition is the ability to make sense. Do babies think? Absolutely, not like you and me. But they're constantly trying to make sense of what is going on. And you'll know, if you're a mom or a caregiver working with young children or a health professional, you'll know it takes a baby quite a few weeks, months, to start recognizing people. Mom very early on, but other people and other objects, it takes a while, because the cognitive part of the brain needs to kick in to make sense of what's going on around them. So we speak about gravity. The book Gravity, the Missing Link in Child Development, is about this really missing link where we've never understood. If I say we have never understood, I'm not saying you didn't understand. I didn't understand, and many other scientists haven't fully understood the role of gravity in cognitive processes, well, in emotional processes as well, and absolutely in all biological, physiological processes. Do you know that bone density is a byproduct of the pull of gravity? Did you know that circulation in the body, metabolism, is a byproduct of gravity? It's an amazing system and an amazing relationship. It's the first relationship we have on this earth, is the one with gravity. The second one is with your mom. The one with your mom is a little bit, we can negotiate about that one, but the one with gravity is a given. So nature's amazing. So it enables the baby to link up, hook up with gravity the moment it's born, and for that a baby is endowed with receptors. The name of the receptors are very controversial, so I'm not going to give you the list of names that different scientists call these receptors. Let's just call them receptors today. And these receptors enable the body to connect with gravity. That information is then fed to the vestibular system. The vestibular system is, we know that the vestibular system is in the inner ear. So 3 semicircular canals, there are the 2 otollets. You know, there's stuff in the inner ear that enables a baby to move its head. It works. And as that helicopter just interrupted this interview, let me quickly talk about flying. If you've ever been in a plane, you'll know it takes quite a good pilot to keep that aeroplane stable, because in the air you can bang to the left, you can bang to the right, you can go straight down, you can go straight up, and the nose, you can stay level, but the nose can gravitate. And that's exactly how the vestibular system works, because in the inner ear, in every human being, in every normally formed human being, there's a vestibular system which consists of 3 semicircular canals and 2 otollets on each side. So it's like a huge spirit level that enables us to know where is the head and is it upright. You see, this is where gravity and the receptors and the vestibular system join forces before we could really become cognitive human beings. Because the receptors send information to the vestibular system in the neck. There's a central vestibular system in the neck area before it's distributed to the ears to enable the head to become more stable, because the moment the head is stable and the body knows where's down, now that head can start rotating, move in all different directions. Initially a baby's head just flops. Okay, it's marvelous. It's nature's way of stimulating the vestibular system. And as the receptors in the vestibular system in the neck and in the ears hook up and they start working together, that head becomes a bit more stable. And the moment the head is stable, cognitive development is initiated. You see, that's why head control is so incredibly important in a baby, because head control, and that's why tummy time is so incredibly important, because when that baby is lying down on earth, it's bonding with gravity. And the moment it has bonded with gravity, we call it gravitational security. They feel so secure in knowing everything is down. Everything is down there. The moment, and that's why your baby sometimes when they sit in the chair, they keep on dropping objects. It's an irritating little game. But it's a marvelous scientific experiment. You must applaud your baby, go down on your knees and say, wow! Because your child is actually, your baby is actually graduating in maths and science because your baby is checking if Newton's law of gravity is really true. So they drop and they say, my word, everything goes down. Even I fall down. You see, that's the kind of knowledge, it's pre-knowledge, that a baby needs in its experience to be so secure that it doesn't matter what I drop, it will always go down. That's gravitational security. And the moment a baby has that sense, and a child and an adult, has that sense of gravitational security, they start fighting it. So when a baby is born, that baby is lacking gravitational security. That baby needs to bond with gravity, and that's why it's so important that they spend time flat on the floor, on their backs and on their tummies. Why? Because that's how they bond with gravity. That's how they develop the vestibular system in the neck and the inner ear. That's how the receptors talk to the vestibular system in the neck and the inner ear. And the baby starts becoming aware of more than just themselves. That is the link across to cognition. Now they start perceiving their environment. Now when you start feeding that baby, and that's why a baby with a very floppy neck, when you hold that baby and you position that baby well, the baby will feed. But in time, what happens? You pick up your baby and what does your baby do? It automatically orientates its neck. Why? Because a positive relationship with the receptors that senses gravity and the vestibular system enables a baby to orientate themselves in space, to focus their concentration. And you see, focus concentration is a prerequisite for cognitive development. So they can focus their concentration on feeding. Because if they can't focus their concentration, they're all over the show and it's very difficult to keep them to feeding in that moment. So the beauty of nature is it endows each and every baby with receptors that connects with Mother Earth, with gravity, which in turn then enables them, due to their movement, to develop the vestibular system in their neck. And that vestibular system, that's why the head is floppy, to stimulate the vestibular system in the inner ear. And the moment a baby has gained neck control, that baby has just enabled itself to really optimize the development of the vestibular system. The maturity of that vestibular system determines the development of the baby. Every milestone follows on the development of this entire system. Isn't that magical?